Hello, everyone. My name is Owen, and today I'll be giving my quick review of The Batman. I just saw it for the second time yesterday, and those two viewings really allowed me to compile my thoughts. I'm just gonna have quick things I liked, quick things that I didn't like. I don't think you guys need an overview. Everyone knows what The Batman is. There's thousands of reviews out there that are better than mine. But regardless, jumping right into it, what I liked about this movie almost everything. I really like the interpretation of Batman that was chosen for this. The movie is very, very serious, which is something I appreciate. It reminds me of 2021's Dune, which is my favorite movie of the year because it took itself seriously. It is a very long movie, almost 3 hours long, and it almost watches more like a thriller than it does the superhero movie that we know today. I love Marvel and I love all of their content, but I don't want everything to be Marvel. And I love that they didn't take the fast-paced, slightly humorous approach. This is a very serious, grim, long, slow burn of a movie, which leads to some criticisms about it. But I thought, for the most part, almost everything was executed very, very, very well. Um, the cast, stellar. I love Jeffrey Wright's Gordon. I thought he was very likable, and he just seemed like a guy trying his best. And I love Jeffrey Wright as an actor. Zoe Kravitz did a great job as Catwoman, and Colin Farrell as Penguin. Those were the standouts for me. And then obviously Robert Pattinson's Batman. I thought he did a great job. His Batman was terrifying. I think the opening sequence with the shadows is one of the best Batman content that we've ever seen on screen. But really, what was the standout for me for Pattinson's performance was how he separated Batman and Bruce Wayne. Obviously, in the Nolan trilogy, Bruce Wayne was very charismatic, sleazy, this billionaire spoiled type. That's like the persona that he put on. Pattinson is nothing like that, and I've seen criticisms where he's too emo, he's too glum. But really, I didn't even see that criticism. He just seems, when he's Bruce Wayne, he just seems like like a kid almost. And I know Pattinson, like his age, he's not really a kid anymore. But his Bruce Wayne is very fragile and almost naive at points. Like he could be just swept up in the world. He doesn't really know exactly what's going on, which is a complete dichotomy to his Batman, which is very stoic and like sassy at times, which I really enjoyed those small moments where he's not taking any crap from these criminals. But yeah, his Bruce Wayne, it just seemed like a completely different character, which makes perfect sense, you know. Maybe in the future we'll see a more like Christian Bale, like adopting the spoiled billionaire persona. But right now he just doesn't. His way of exerting control in the world is being Batman, and when he's not Batman, he has no control in the world, and he's just overwhelmed and emotional and just fragile, which I really, really enjoyed. Um, uh, Going into criticisms, I guess, the length. I wasn't that concerned with the length, especially my first time through. I was thinking, well, this is a long movie. As I was sitting there, I was thinking this, but I'm so immersed. The side plots with the Penguin, I was engrossed and all that stuff, and I just felt like I could stay in this world for 6 hours if I had to. It's just that immersive of an experience. But I did start to feel the length at the end, especially after the climax. I thought it went on a little bit too long the first time, and then watching everything the second time, I kind of got even better of a perspective of what I felt about the length. This isn't really a movie I think improves with repeated watchings in a short amount of time, just because it's, like I said, it's not a thriller, or it is a thriller. It's not a superhero movie with like big budget special effects. Like I could watch a Marvel movie twice in a row, but because this is more like a David Fincher movie where it's just like a suspenseful, anxiety-inducing thriller. So watching it back to back, you kind of know where the plot's going, so that element of suspense is kind of gone. And while it is a fantastic film, it just doesn't improve. And there are like small things you could pick up on from the beginning, but it just really overall, I don't know. I wish I would have had a couple months in between my viewings, but that's what it is. And then the length, I would say, I didn't really feel it as much in the end because I felt like that went faster on my second viewing. And like this individual scenes felt faster because I knew what was going to happen in them, but there were moments where like, okay, I could mentally check out for this next 5 minute sequence because not that much is going on. And it's not like I already know what's going on, so I don't really need to watch it that hard. Could it have been shorter? I don't know. I don't necessarily think so. I couldn't pinpoint something that could be deleted or cut. I don't really have that kind of mindset either, though. The part that drags for me most is the Falcone story, but I loved that storyline. But I just felt that those scenes in particular drag the most, because you got to have this whole arc of taking him down, and then you take him down and you realize there's still the major villain that we have to take down too. So at that point, you're kind of realizing, oh, well, this movie's not even close to being over, and that was a very long side plot. But yeah, other than that, looking at the reviews and the box office, there's definitely going to be a sequel, and I'm very, very excited for what comes next. I'm excited to see how this character of Bruce Wayne evolves. Obviously, at the end of the film, he's in a different place mentally than he was at the beginning of the film, but I hope he keeps that anger, man. That anger is so badass. It's just really brutal, and it's visceral, and it's very grounded, and I really like that. That's all I got for you guys. Go see the movie.